Hello! How the devil is everyone? Hope everyone is well. Welcome back to the Biker Brothers channel. And at the moment, it's just me. Basically, I've decided that I need to give the bike a run. It hasn't had a run for about 2.5 months. Well, since the Ponderosa run, actually. So I thought to myself, doesn't matter what the weather is, I'm going to head up to my brother's in West Wales, take him his little conversion plate, because whether you can see on the front there now that I have a TomTom connected. Too windy by you. Hope you can hear me okay. Yes, I've got the TomTom connected now, and that's done by a little conversion plate that you can buy from Adventure Bike Shop for a mere price of £51. I'll leave the link in the description. What I'm going to do is we're going to do a separate video, myself and my brother, when I get up there, and show you how easy it is to convert if you've got a TomTom, whether it's going to be a TomTom 400 or a TomTom 500, which is the one I've got there. It's the 550, the Rider 550. If you've got the Rider 400, I think it's the 420, which is the one I've got on my wing, or the 550, which is what I've got there. Then you can easily convert it onto your BMW without having to remove the BMW cradle, and it'll fit straight on. So when I get up to my brother's, which is going to be about in an hour and 50 minutes, we'll do a little video on it. Gosh, it's windy today. Either that was because I'm not used to being on the bike. I've been on this for, as I say, since the Ponderosa run, which is about 2.5 months ago. It was mid-November, I think, we did the Ponderosa run. But the bike did need a run. I had to take the battery off it last week, take it home and charge it, because it was really low. So I thought, well, let's get this done. Let's take it for a run. Take it to Downs, and yeah, unfortunately, it's a little bit wet at the moment. It's supposed to be drying up a bit later on, but we will see. So on my way up now, I thought I would excuse me, I would give you my thoughts on the GS, well, the R1250 GS Adventure. I've now owned it for nearly 6 months. Thought I'd just sort of give you my opinion on it, considering that I used to ride the K16 GTL. Now, bit of a difference between the GTL and this one. Obviously, the GTL is the full touring package. I think the GTL stands for Grand Tour Luxury. Although that was an 11-year-old bike, it was a lovely, lovely bike to ride. But I fancied a change, and when I tried my brother's bikes and took one out for a test ride, I just fell in love with the GSA. Absolutely fell in love with it. It's a whole new, different ball game. It's comfortable, it's powerful, it's torquey. It's not a sports bike by any means, but it can move. You know, it can really shift when it wants to. And not that you want it to shift much. Obviously, you can't do the full extent of the power in you unless you're on the Autobahn like Teapot did with his 139 mile an hour top speed. Crack a little video that was. But yeah, it's not a bad bike at all. What I'm going to do is, I think I'll probably come back to now when I'm off the motorway, so it's a little less windy. So once I get up towards Carmarthen, I'll come back to you with a few of the roads heading through Carmarthen and heading down towards West Wales, and yeah, we'll go through the bike, what I think of it, and yeah, we'll go from there. We'll see you in a bit. Okay. I don't know if this is a good idea to bring this out today, I gotta be honest. Move that up a little bit. I might be able to see me a bit better there. My bike is absolutely stinking. Just the other side of Carmarthen, between Carmarthen and St Clears now. There we go. Alan will have a hissy fit on me when I get there. Mobile phone 1 connected. There we go. Right. Yeah, it absolutely emptied down on me coming through up past Swansea on the M4. But yeah, it's alright. Right, the bike itself. It's a 2022 R1250 GSA. Because it's the GSA, it comes with a 40 litre fuel tank. No, 30 litre fuel tank. I wish, 40 litres. 30 litre fuel tank rather than 20 as the normal GSs do. Oh, what else can I say about it really? It's very, very comfortable. I mean, I've just ridden it straight now for about an hour and a half. No aches, no pains. I literally just pulled over to have a quick vape. And to see what sort of state the bike was in. But it's, I don't know how to explain it. It is so nice to ride. It's comfortable. It's a heavy bike, but once you get going, you just don't notice it. Because all the weight is low down because of the boxer engine, it's absolutely superb on cornering. And this is the first time I've actually taken it out in the wet. I'll have to have a look and see what I can't remember what tyres are actually on here, but they're the semi-knobbly ones, and to be honest, they've held in the rain quite well. They don't feel wallowy, they don't feel slidey. I have checked actually, the PSI is a little bit down on them, so when I get to Alan's, I think I'll get the tyre pressures put back right, because a couple of PSI down on front and rear, so we'll sort that out. Excuse me. It's 136 brake horsepower if I remember correctly, 143 newton meters of torque. Now I'm in 6th gear. I mean, I'm doing 65 mile an hour now. If I just pull the throttle back, there is just and that's from 6th gear. You know, it's the torque in it is unbelievable. There is just so much power in there, and it's all, you know, it's all bottom end. It doesn't matter what gear you're in, you pull that throttle back, and wow, the power is there. And the nice thing about it is not overpowering. It's actually a nice comfortable power, if you know what it's difficult to explain that one. It's not going to pull, you know, try and pull you off the bike, you know. It's really, really nice. I gotta be honest, I do prefer the TomTom nav on you. I can connect it up to my phone as well, and also get traffic information as well, but my phone is connected through the bike, which is then connected through my Cardo. So if anyone does ring me, it comes through the bike, and then that goes through direct to the Cardo, because the Cardo is connected to the bike, my phone's connected to the bike. So I'm not quite sure whether I can connect the phone separately as well to the TomTom. I did try to connect it, but when I first put it on, but it didn't want to. You got to use the QR code to connect it up, and it just wasn't. It just kept saying failed. So I don't know why it was saying failed, but maybe a reason for that, I don't know. I mean, the weather today, it's what, 9 degrees out there. It's not particularly warm. It's a new jacket. I've got the Alpine Stars jacket that I bought in the NEC bike show in November. It's the first time I've worn it, and it is really, really warm. I've got to be fair. But you've also got the protection from the front as well. I could probably do with putting an extender maybe on there, so it actually goes over everything goes over the top. But the screen is all the way up at the moment, and it's probably, I can feel it. Yeah, got the air just about hitting just over the top of my helmet, so it's pretty good. And when it rained coming up the M4, both my arms were wet, but my torso here absolutely bone dry. So you're literally like in a bubble. So the rain is going to the sides, and it's really good. And compared to the GTL, now don't get me wrong, the GTL is quite nimble, it's very powerful, but it's also quite bulky. Where you got the 6-cylinder engine on that, and on here you got the twin. So it's, yeah, I do. Well, put it this way: when I actually test rode one of these, it put a smile back on my face for riding. And normally in this weather, I wouldn't enjoy the ride, but I am loving this. Absolutely loving the bike. It's a bit dirty. Oh God, it is very dirty. Actually, I'll show you when I get to Allen's. I'll show you how dirty it is. It was spotless when I left. Oh dear. But at the end of the day, the bikes are supposed to be ridden. They can get dirty, clean them back up again, no problem at all. But yeah, where the rain came down and the roads are wet and salty, and yeah, it's not the best. But yeah, it's good. Still 45 minutes away from from Allen's, not Dave's, not going to Dave's, going to Allen's. Still 45 minutes away, 29 miles. I do like this ride up to West Wales, and it is nice to get back out on the bike again. So it's the first time I've been out on it for, gotta be 2.5, I think it's 2.5 months. I think it was mid-November we did the Ponderosa run. It's just nice to get out. I can either I can go two separate ways here now. I can either go right up towards St Clears, which is where the sat-nav's taken me, or I could go the more picturesque route, which is a little bit longer, and go straight down towards Pembroke and then cut across the bridge. But I think I'm going to go up through St Clears, I think. It's low down looking forth, and it just picks straight up. The bike also has self-cancelling indicators, which is good, and the gear changing is absolutely fantastic. We've also got the quick shifter. And you got the blipper as well, which is smooth as silk. But what I find with the excuse me, what I find with the quick shifter with a quick shifter is first and second. So we're going from first to second, second to third. I find it easier to use the clutch, and then if I want to use the quick shifter, then third to fourth, fourth to fifth, fifth to sixth, smooth as silk. But I do find they're a little bit it's a little bit jumpy, first to second, second to third. Unless of course you're screaming the engine, and then it is a bit smoother. Let me see if I can slow down a little bit. I got nothing behind me a minute. Slow down. Get the blipper down to fourth, down to third. Right. I'll show you this. There we go. Right, let's give it a bit of beans. Very, very smooth. Slight jump. And there we go, we're in sixth. Absolutely lovely. See all the details on my vehicle there. Temperature's okay, 83 degrees. Tyre pressure's at 33 psi at the front, 39.1 at the back. They are down. I cut across there through the trip computers and then onto the tyre pressures. Look, my actual tyre pressure is 33 on the front, 39.1 on the back. So I'm negative 3.8 psi in the front and negative 3.5 on the back. So I'll get that sorted when I get to Alan's. He's got a little automated pump, so we get the PSIs back up on the tyres. It's where they haven't been used for a while. Obviously the pressure's dropped. So when we get to Alan's, I'll sort that out. Got 25 miles to go. Get some twisty roads coming up soon. So I will leave it there for the minute, and I will talk to you in a bit. Hey guys, right, been to my brother's, fitted his plate for him, done a little video, that will probably come out before this one does. I didn't do the tyres either. I can't believe the state of my bike. My bike is absolutely stinking. Right, so I'm going to go right here now. I'm not going to get caught up in that. There's a 30 mile an hour zone that's being put in place. If I go straight through down towards St Clears, so I'm going to turn right here and go down towards 10B and go over the bridge. Yeah, the bike is feeling a lot better now. It's had a bit of a run. See, self-cancelling indicators, yes. was nice to see my brother. I haven't seen him for a bit. It was nice to pop over and see him and sort things out for him. Anyway, more about the bike. What more can I say? Braking system. It's got Brembo front and rear. It's got a twin discs on the front. Couldn't tell you what the millimeters are. I haven't got a clue. But it's they're 4-potter Brembos on the front, 2-potter Brembos on the back, and they are very, very good brakes. Very good brakes indeed. So that I think I mentioned that it's got a 30-litre fuel tank, heated grips, which are nice and toasty. What does make a difference is the wind protectors as well. Because I say I'm still wearing my summer gloves, and my hands weren't cold at all coming up. I've got the heated grips on, but my hands weren't cold at all coming up because they're protected by the wind protectors on the front there. They're really good. I say my phone system and headset system are all in through the TFT screen. If I bring up the menu, I can have my media through my phone, the telephone there. I go onto the telephone. It says an active call, no active calls. If I go into my phone book, I can go into my phone book, and there's all everything that's in my phone book. Like if I wanted to make a call, I can do it all through the whiz wheel. And also if I wanted to call Claire, I can just say through my headset, hey Cardo, and then call wifey, and then it would do it that way as well, I believe. I haven't tried it yet, but yeah. It's all done through the TFT screen, and it's all controlled by the whiz wheel. I mean, it's pretty straightforward controls. Whether you can see with obviously the camera's on the other side, but you got your cruise control there, hazard lights, farm. You can have auto driving lamps or auto driving lamps off. You can have your suspension and your ride mode on that one, menu, indicators, fog lamps on the front there, and horn. And then on this side then you got the switch there for turning off your heated grips and heated seat, and then you got your mode button there, which will take you out of I'm in Dynamic Pro at the moment, but if it was emptying down with rain, I could go into rain mode or road mode, or it's all different modes that you can go into. And obviously then you got your start stop button there and SOS there, so if I need any help, then I just press the SOS button and it goes straight through to BMW for help for emergency services I should say, not systems. But yeah, this is a little bit of a nicer road to run back on. They're going down towards Tenby. Pembroke, that way. So a lot of the time, although it's got the quick shift on it, a lot of the time I use the clutch anyway. I think that's probably because I'm so used to having a clutch. This is the first bike I've ever owned that's got the quick shifter on it. Quick Shifter Pro, I think it's called, by BMW, and the blipper. If I'm getting a bit of a pace on, then I will use the quick shifter. But a lot of the time, I just stick with using the clutch. I gotta be honest. By the time I get back to I keep my bike now, it's going to be over 2,000 miles on the clock. It's not bad, man. I've had it almost 6 months now, and I've just put 2,000, just be 2,000 miles on it now. I'm sure I'll put a few on it this year. We'll be out and about quite often before our trip, and the trip itself is going to be probably about 2,400 miles. So I'd say by the end of this year, probably be on about 8,000 or 9,000 miles, I would say. And this is the Echelwegen Bridge. Used to be a toll bridge, just did, but it's no longer a toll bridge. Excuse me. Yeah, it's going to be dark soon. It's 4:30 now. It's still quite light at the moment, I've got to be honest. But half hour's time, it's going to be pitch black. I've got to be honest, the TomTom system on you does look a heck of a lot clearer than the Navigator, the BMW Navigator 4 on you. And the problem with the Navigator 4 is when you get to a certain speed, it actually comes out on you, so it expands the view on the sat-nav. So you can't actually see the road that you're actually on, or it doesn't give you the road name or anything like that. Whereas with the TomTom, it stays exactly where it is, stays on the road. I mean, I can zoom in and zoom out if I wanted to on the screen. But it gives me all sorts of, as I said, if I was connected via my phone, if I put the phone connector on it, then I would have traffic on it as well. But by here, it tells me where the fuel. I got fuel stations ahead of me. It also comes up when there's. I just concentrated then. And you got speed cameras coming up. It comes up and warns you about speed cameras. If there's traffic light cameras, it tells you that. And I personally, I think the TomTom is a lot more clearer, especially on the rider, compared to the Navigator and the Garmin's for the bikes. I personally prefer the TomTom. I mean, a lot of other people prefer the Garmin's, but I do like the TomTom. To me, they look a nicer system as well, and they've never let me down. And I've used TomTom since I've been on the trucks, and I got the 420 as well, the Rider 420, which is on my Goldwing, and I've been all around Europe with that, and that never let me down. So it's yeah, it's really good. Here we go, coming up to the Nationals, as Teapot One says. I'm in 4th gear now, coming into the Nationals. The torque on this, absolutely unbelievable ride, really really good. Let's slow it down a little bit. I'm on national speed limit, so be a good boy. Yeah, it is nice to get back out on the bike. Very nice to get back on the bike again. And this is a much cleaner road as well. I think that's when my bikes are dirty, because where they were building, where the 30 mile an hour zone is going up back towards St Clears. What's that car? The roads were stinking there because there's a lot of building sites and everything around, and my bike is absolutely bogging, it really is. So I might even see if I can find somewhere that's got a jet wash before I take it back. Give it a quick jet wash off. Ideally, if it was summertime, then I could take it to the house and get the jet wash at the house out. But by the time I get back now, it's going to be pitch black. I'm not going to see anything. Right, let's crack on and do a bit of a montage for you now through these roads, and then I'll speak to you in a little bit. Hey guys, right, I thought I'd come back to you before it gets too dark. You won't be able to see me anymore. Come through quickly, as it was a much better way going there. Over the bridge and down towards Pembroke, and cutting across then. Roads were much better, not so muddy. And yeah, I'm heading back down towards Carmarthen now. Not too far away, about 3/4 of a mile from the Carmarthen roundabout. Before I get back down on towards the M4. So some other thoughts on the bike. Can't really say a lot about the hang on a minute. Shaft drive wise, because the GTL was a shaft drive, but yeah, the 1250 GSAs and the GSs are all shaft drive. So I haven't got to worry about any chain maintenance with them, and it's just like having a chain on. There's no actual pull on them as such, you know. For on the old shaft drive, whether anyone can remember the old CX500. Oh, he's got a side locker open. Whether you can remember the old CX500, CX500 Sport, all that sort of thing, they were shaft drive. Going back into the, you know, sort of early 90s now. And whenever you had a shaft drive, whenever you accelerated, there was always a kick to one side. Come on, then, get out of the way. Go. Yeah, there was always a kick to one side with a shaft drive, but you don't get that anymore. I found the first one I had with a shaft drive was my GT 1400. That about 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I think, the GT 1400 Kawasaki, and that was the first shaft drive I'd had for quite a few years, and that had the like the dampener in it, and I think a lot of them now are all done with the dampeners. So it does make a bit of a difference. You don't get any of the I don't know what that screen's like. It might be all maybe two. Where's the screen? There it is. Give that a bit of a clean, maybe. If it's anything like my visor, it's bogging. Oh, a nice bit of driving there, mate. Yeah. Let's pull out in front of me. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so with the shaft drive, you don't get any of the pulling anymore. It's all dampened down and really, really nice. And yeah, it's basically an all-round comfortable bike. And I'm very, very, very glad I bought it, because it certainly made a big difference in my bike riding, I'd have to be honest. Don't get me wrong, the GTL K1600 is a very, very nice bike to ride. It's difficult to explain. It's not, you can't have as much fun with it, put it that way. I think that's about the only way I can explain it. When I first rode one of these, put the smile back on my face for actually riding bikes again. Before it was just sort of sit on the bike, ride it, and then take it back again and put it away for another week or so. Now I can't wait to get back out on it. I absolutely love riding this thing. Oh, got a bit quick there. Okay, let's slow it down a little bit. But yeah, I'm very, very impressed with the GS8. I should imagine the GSs will be exactly the same. So there's not a great deal of difference between the two. Obviously with the GS8 you've got a lot more of the protection around it, all the bars. You got the 30 litre fuel tank instead of a 20 litre fuel tank. I don't know whether heated grips and seats come standard with the GS. I think they do. Not quite sure. But yeah, I love this bike. Absolutely love it. I'm just gutted about how dirty it is now. I'm going to try and get it clean now before I put it away. How I'm going to do that, I don't know, but we will see. But anyway, it's going to be too dark before I can do anything else now with it. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. I know I've just been waffling on about tats basically, but hope you've enjoyed what you've watched. Don't forget, smash that subscribe button and press the old bell notification. And if you'd like to support myself and my brothers on the 4.2K tour in aid of cancer research, then the link will be in the description below. Click on the link, and if you'd like to donate anything, please do so. The more we can raise for Cancer Research UK, the better. Excuse me. That's in memory of our sister Samantha as well. So got just over 5 months to go, and we're going to be doing this tour. So see what we can raise before we actually set off on the trip. But we are all looking forward to it, thoroughly looking forward to it. And again, a big shout out to TomTom for supplying us with the Rider 550s. Is he flashing me out? Yeah, he is. Thank you very much. Yeah, big thank you to TomTom for supplying us with the TomTom 550s. Very much appreciated. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. Whatever you're doing, ride safe, stay safe, and we'll catch you in the next one.